So Luka Doncic and the Mavs hoping to bounce back tonight against the Warriors after getting blown out in Game 1. Now, interesting, according to TNT announcer Kevin Harlan, who's one of the best in the business, Luka was battling an illness after the game. Harlan said Thursday, quote, "I hear he's sick today. I guess he was up most of the night ill." I've heard it now from two different people. Shannon, do Luka and the Mavs succeed in bouncing back? Can they snag Game 2 tonight?
No, I don't believe they win Game 2, but I believe they make it closer and going back home, and that's what I think. I think what's going to happen, Skip, unfortunately for us, they're going to be 2 games before we get an opportunity to talk about it again on Monday. But when we do come back in on Monday, I do believe it'll be 2-1 because Dallas will lose this game, and then they'll win the game.
You better hope so.
Oh, yeah, we're going to win that one. Don't even worry about it. Look, Skip, look, I know Kevin Harlan very well. He was a teammate of mine for a decade over at CBS, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. You win, and if he'd have played well, everybody talk about the flu game, and they wouldn't have
used. So you do give it some credibility?
No, I'm not. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Warrioritis, that's what was wrong with him. The Warriors did a great job on Luka Doncic. They forced him into 7 turnovers. They trapped him. They got the ball out of his hands. And when he was able to find guys that were open, guys didn't make shots. Like you told me last night, if you're going to shoot 3 of 19 in the first quarter, you're probably going to get blown out in this ball game. If you shoot that many threes, you need to make at least 8 of them. I'm not saying you need to be 50%, 60%, but you need to make 8 of 19 to give yourself a chance. 3 of 19, you really have no chance.
So the Mavericks attempted 19 threes in the first quarter. The Celtics attempted 11.
And made 9.
But the Celtics made 9, and they made 3.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
And that was really, Skip, the difference of the ball game is that when you do that, you're not going to win the game. So I expect Luka to be more aggressive. I expect for him to find the open guys. But guys are going to have to knock down shots. I don't believe Jalen Brunson will struggle from the 3. I don't believe they'll struggle from the 3 like they did the last game. And that's what will give them a chance. Because if you struggle from the 3 and you turn the ball over and you let them get a layup line, well, you're in trouble. I mean, when you had Steph and Klay struggling, that was your opportunity. Because if they get it going, they're going to shoot you out of the building. And that's what happened in the third quarter. Skip, with a 10-point lead or something, exploded, and all of a sudden it's a 27-point lead. So when you get your opportunities to make those open looks, you got to cash them in. And they got to do a better job on the boards. A small team like the Golden State Warriors, and I don't know how they've been able to do it because they were not a top rebounding team in the regular season. But they crushed Memphis in 5 of the 6 games on the boards. They just crushed Dallas on the boards. You can't give this team, a team that shoots the ball as well as they shoot it, you're going to give them crack after crack after crack at you? Well, you're asking for trouble. I expect Luka to play more like his average, 32, 9, and 9, as opposed to what we saw the other night. So Luka will be better, but I still don't believe it'll be enough for them to win. But when we come back here on Monday, I'll be sitting pretty because I already know what's going to happen.
2-1 on
2-1 Warriors. They go back to the Bay. It'll be 2-2.
Okay, so Warriors at home tonight are favored by, what is it?
5.5 or 6.
6. I believe I got 6 here. Yep, it's by 6. So you tell me, will it be closer than 6?
It's going to be closer than the 30 that they lost by the other night.
Oh.
They got ran out of the building, Skip. That wasn't even close. I mean, okay. Luka did.
Well, so is it going to be a game tonight?
Yes, it'll be a game. It'll be under 10.
Under 10?
Under 10.
But you don't have the guts to go 6.
No. What guts does it matter, Skip? I got them losing.
Okay, well, but if you got a close game, if you think Luka has a big bounce back, you should go ahead and say it'll be under 6.
No,
right?
I'm saying the Warriors will win. Luka will play better, but it won't be enough until they get to Dallas. A la Phoenix.
So you don't want a case on under?
No, I sure don't. You try to swindle your case back. But I got a case on Boston winning Game 3.
Do you?
2 cases.
Well, we'll get there in just a couple of minutes here on the show. All right, back to Kevin Harlan. I've also known Kevin for a long, long time. I have nothing but respect for Kevin Harlan because he's no shock jock. He's not going to throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks. If he's going to venture out onto the limb with, I've heard from 2 people this is happening. Now, this is the day after the game, that he's saying he was sick on Wednesday night, but he says he's not clear on whether it actually occurred during the game or if he got sick after the game.
Okay.
But he went on to say that I'm not sure that, maybe he was a little bit under the weather during the game. He just said He just didn't play like he played in the Sun series, that's for sure, and he needed every ounce of what he gives them.
Yeah.
So he says he didn't play with the zest that he played with in previous games. I'll give you that.
I think the Warriors had a lot to do with that also.
Okay, I totally agree, because in the end, the stats were screaming back at you. He was a -30, game worst -30. So no player was worse than Luka on the floor. He had more turnovers than field goals, 7 to 6. 7 turnovers to only 6 field goals made. And he shot a career worst 16.7% on contested attempts from the floor. So was it because, and again, we're not sure what are we talking about a stomach bug here? Are we talking about flu-like symptoms here? In this day and age, we always have to ask, is there COVID going on? Well, apparently not, because I think they would have announced by now he's back on the, he's...
But the thing is, Skip, if you don't know he got sick after the game, or was he sick during the game, or was he sick before the game, I mean, well, damn. I mean, it needs to, like Jordan was sick during the game. He got the flu the night, he had the stomach, the food poison or whatever he got the night before the game, and impacted him during the game, even though he won. This is
that came out in the Last Dance documentary from Tim Grover. It was bad pizza.
It was food poison. It wasn't the flu.
Right. It was called the Jordan flu game.
Yeah, it was called the flu game.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm saying, though, Skip. I mean, we need, well, we don't know if he got sick after the game. Well, if he got sick after the game, that'd have no impact on the game.
I agree. So I don't know, but I'm going to show you once again, for those who might have missed the game or who would like to reabsorb just how Luka looked in the game. Let's look one more time at his 12 missed shots to see what we see, because Kevin Harlan's making the case he just didn't have the same body language. He didn't play with the same zest. Let's see what it looked like in game one and try to analyze what's going on here. Well, that's a
wide open look.
He just missed it right. And then his little fadeaway that he hit to start the game against Phoenix is short. And
that's his shot.
Yeah, we're going to find a bunch of these are just never up, never in shots, just short. He's got that's pretty wide open.
Yes,
I
he's just missing.
Right. And here he tries to muscle it in, and Looney just made him eat it. And here he's got Wiggins almost on a string, but it's pretty good defense, but it's just short. And there's one in, that's pretty pathetic right there. And then that's contested by Looney, and it's short.
But Skip, all of these are his shots. These are shots that we've seen him make over and over again.
Yep. And that was at the end of the clock.
That's the end of the shot clock. So we get that one,
Okay, got it. And there's on Wiggins. Good defense on that one.
Skip, we saw him hit that shot over DA just in the last series. We saw him hit it over Rudy Gobert several times.
Just frustrated, completely out of control. And does he look ill? I have no idea, but I am with you. I'm going to lean toward this was more about Warrior-itis. Yeah, like you said. This is Andrew Wiggins. They found something, especially in the second half, after they tried all kinds of junk defenses. They tried boxing one. They tried 1-2-2 zone. They tried multiple players on him. They tried to trap him and get the ball out of his hands. Second half, Steve Kerr just said, you know what? I'm going to let Wig take him.
Right.
Just let him wig out on him, and he did. And he is also 6'7". He's a little longer than Luka. He's very athletic. He's explosively athletic. And it looks like he can run all day and all night because he was not getting tired because he starts picking him up 94 feet.
Right.
And Luka started to look a little gassed to me.
Right.
I've never thought he was in the greatest shape. He came in out of shape. He still looks a little hefty to me.
Right.
But it works in the lane because he plays with force. Whatever girth he has works in the lane because he can fight through you.
Yeah.
But Looney was making a difference. You know, don't give me the death lineup. I saw Boston had the death lineup last night. They went small and just terrorized Miami. But this case, they kept Looney in the game much of the game because Looney was making it hard on Luka because if he got a step on Wiggins, all of a sudden,
But they was making him work on the other end also, Skip, because they can't just stick him in the corner and let him just guard nobody. Steph's going to cut to the basket. He's going to be perpetual motion. Wiggins is going to try to take you one-on-one, but he can also shoot the three. So can Clay, Jordan Poole. So who the hell is he going to guard? So now we put him in a situation, we're going to make his ass work on both ends, a la what the Pelicans tried to do and what Dallas did to Chris Paul. They picked him up 94 feet, And, hey, Jalen Brunson, go at him. Luka, go at him. And so that's what they're doing to Luka. Wig, go at him. But you're going to pick him up 94 feet. And plus, because the guys weren't making shots, Skip, you look at them. They got 5 guys looking at Luka. Man, I ain't worried about you. You self-check. You playing with us tonight because you can't buy a shot. So I'm not worried about the guys that's beyond the three-point line because you can't make anything. I'm just going to make sure Luka doesn't get going because I know if he gets going, it's a whole different animal. Now you guys are going to get comfortable and you're going to start making shots. Let's keep him neutralized. I believe he plays better. I believe Jalen Brunson, those shots that they missed, Reggie Bullock, Finney Smith, the shots that they missed the other night, I believe they get a few of those to go down, and I think the game is a lot closer. You got to get Golden State in the last 5. Skip, if Steph starts jumping up and down and he starts shimmying and all of that, and Klay start holding that thing up, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Especially in that building.
In that building.
So Luka, game 1. Just to reiterate, he shot 6 of 18. He shot 3 of 10 from 3, as did Bullock, 3 of 10. Those were the two.
And I think was 0 for 4, 0 for 5, Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson 0 for 5. Luka wound up with a grand total of 4 assists, in part because nobody could cash his kick-out passes, right?
Right.
And as we pointed out, 7 turnovers to 4. So it's an awful game by superstar standards, right? Okay. I think it had more to do with Golden State than with Luka just having a bad night. I think they found something. I think Wiggins will start on him and will make it hard on him. And I think it won't be the blowout of the epic proportion that the first game was. But I will agree with you. This